Here, so tissues, it transformed into living cells. And the stick became a snake. And that was the case. Otherwise, there will be no any difference between miracle and magic. If transformation is not taking place, only the shape is getting changed. So there is no difference and distinction between magic and miracle. So what happened to the 70,000 magicians of Pharaoh? Yes, what was wrong with them? That they believed in the message of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam when they saw the snake. Otherwise, they have also transfigured their sticks and therefore alqaw hibalahum wa isiyahum yukhayyalu ilayhim min sihrihim annaha tas'a. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they threw in the same way their ropes and their sticks on the ground and they were running like snakes. Yukhayyalu ilayhim. It was imagined to Musa. Allah used the word properly and purposely. Yeah. Allah didn't say that inna hayya, that they were snake running. Because they were not snake. Allah cannot tell lie. Yeah, He does not tell lie. So He said, yukhayya. It was coming in the imagination of Musa that these are snakes and they are running. Yukhayyalu ilayhi kannam. You can call it in nowadays terminology, assimilation. What was that? Assimilation. So it was assimilation. يُخَيَّلُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ سِحْرِهِمْ أَنَّا تَسْعَى. But when Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, he threw down his stick, فَإِذَا يَتَلْقَفُ مَا يَأْفِقُونَ. In a minute or so, it swallowed all the thousands and thousands of snakes. And they were gone. So it did not take more than a few seconds that these thousands of magicians, they said, Amantu bi Rabbil Alameen, Rabbi Musa wa Harun, that we believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun. قال آمنتم له قبل أن آذن لكم إن هذا لمكر مكرتم في This is your plot. He is one of you. You are from the same group. You are from the same school of thought. You are magician and he is a magician. You plotted against my system. إني أخاف أن يبدل دينكم أو أن يظهر في الأرض الفساد. From the very beginning. Yes, in his union address. In his what? Union address. The president, he was giving his union address, Fir'aun, Khabis. So that Shaitan in his union address, he addressed the general public on TV of that time, whatever it was. And he said, Inni akhafu an yubaddila deenakum. That this guy is here, he is going to destroy our system. An yubaddila deenakum mean? An yubaddila nizama hukumatikum. That he is going to destroy our system. See, now, when an established system is destroyed, so what is happening in Middle East? Chaos. So he said, "Away yuzhira fil ardh al fasad." The ultimate result will be there will be a chaos. So if you want to protect your lives and to protect your properties and to protect your dignity, however or whatever the system is, you have to support it and to keep the status quo. That's what Pharaoh was convincing them. Yes, and that's why the people got together and the magicians showed up and they said, we are there to protect the system. We are there to protect and to defend the system. But when the reality came, so they said, no, this is not what you are saying. You are misguiding us. You are misguiding us. That is not Daesh or something like that. Yes, that is a different thing. So they said, Amantu bi Rabbil Alameen, Rabbi Musa wa Harun. قال إن هذا لمكر مكرتم في المدينة. And in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that إنه لكبيركم الذي علمكم السحر. Oh, so this is the supreme magician. He is your teacher. He is your mentor. You know what I'm saying? So this is your plot. You have been plotting against this system. You are going to destroy the country. You are terrorist and you are this and that. Yes, the same tactics. History repeats itself. So they said, no, this is not the case. Now he threatened them. لو قطعن أيديكم وأرجلكم من خلاف. I am going to amputate your organs, your limbs. لو قطعن أيديكم وأرجلكم من خلاف ولأصلبنكم في جذوع النخل ولأصلبنكم أجمعين. And I am going to crucify you to make you an example for the community. Yes, to make him an example for the community. قالوا لا زير. قالوا لا زير. إنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون. They said, who cares? If you are going to kill us, we cannot refuse and reject the reality and the facts. So what was the case there? Because as an expert of the field concerned, or expert of the profession concerned, or expert of the strategy concerned, the magic, they were magicians, so they were expert. So they were observing the snake of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, that we do concentrate on our ropes and our sticks. And that's why they are running. The moment we will turn around our eyes, they will become the same stick and the same rope. You know, that's what imagination is. But Musa alayhi salatu wasalam is not looking anymore on his stick, and it runs like Python. So it means that got transformed. Our is transfigured. Our is transfigured. Their one is
transformed.
Transformed. So that's the reality. This is not the case of magician. So that's why they say. And as you know, that when you get satisfied from the bottom of your heart, so you will be very much ready to sacrifice your life. And that's why Iman is needed to be where? Here or there?
Heart.
There. Because whenever Mutanabbi, he is a very famous poet of Arabic. Yes. To Arab, Mutanabbi has the status of Maulana Rum in Persian language, of Baba Abdul Rahman in Pashto language, of Allama Iqbal in Urdu language, of Shakespeare in English language. That is the status of whom? Mutanabbi. So Mutanabbi said, "Ki azlul awazili fawqa qalbi ta'ihi, wa hawal ahibbati minhu fi sawda'ihi. فَوَمَنْ أُحِبُّ لَأَعْصِيَنَّكَ فِي الْهَوَىٰ قَسَمًا بِهِ وَبِحُسْنِهِ وَبَهَائِهِ لَا تَعْزِلِ الْمُشْتَاقَ فِي أَهْوَائِهِ حَتَّى يَكُونَ حَشَاكَ فِي أَحْشَائِهِ مَضَتِ الدُّهُورُ وَمَا أَتَيْنَا بِمِثْلِهِ وَلَقَدْ أَتَى فَعَجَزْنَا عَنْ نُزَرَائِهِ." Mutanabbi was a great poet. He was totally illiterate guy. He was unable to write a single sentence. You know what I'm saying? He was Socrates. He was not writing anything. These are God-given things. Who is the founder of philosophy and the father of philosophy? Socrates. Yes. Where from the philosophy came? And he himself. Yes. He was not writing a single word. All his work is written by his student, Plato. Plato. And Socrates, he did not have a proper madrasa. That he is sitting somewhere and students are coming and they are studying. No. The students, they announced that in Los Angeles, in downtown intersection, tomorrow, Socrates will have a lecture. People were getting together. The next day, yes, in Santa Clarita, he will be on such and such intersection on such and such time. The students used to come there, sitting in the intersection, yes, and Socrates was giving lecture, and philosophy came into existence as a subject. As what?
Subject.
Otherwise, philosophy is a natural thing. It was going on since Adam is born. Since
Adam
is born. But as a subject, it came into existence by whom?
Socrates.
By Socrates. So anyhow, Mutanabbi, he was like this. He was a mashki. Saqa. Yes. In Afghanistan, we call it what? Saqao. You know Saqao? Yes. Huh? Saqao. Yes. The one who has the skin bag full of water and sprinkling. The water on the street. Yes, he's called what?
Saqao.
Saqao. So Mutanabbi was Saqao, but he was saying extempore poetry. So a famous poet of his time was passing by and he was singing. He asked him, "Whose poetry is this?" He said, "This is mine." What are you doing here? So he took him to the king of that time. That we got a hira. What?
Hira.
A hira. What is hira? Diamond. Yes. That I found a diamond. I said, who is this? It's a poet. Yeah. And then he was the state poet. Mutanabbi. How famous he is. Yes. As an authority to explain a specific word, we refer to whom? To Mutanabbi. We explain a hadith or we explain an ayah of Holy Quran. Regarding a word, we are getting confused. So we rush to whom? To Mutanabbi, that how he used it. Yes, so we say Mutanabbi. When we say Mutanabbi used it, we say done. Because he's authority. Yeah. So he said, "Kela ta'zil al-mushtaqa fi ahwaihi." In his whims and desires, never blame a ashik and a lover. Look at. Guft al-lara khalifa kantavi kastu majnoon as pareshan o ghavi az hama khuban tu afsoon est. Guft khamush چون تو مجنون نہیں دیدہ مجنون اگر بودی تو را جملہ عالم بے خبر بودی تو Somebody asked Layla, you know Layla,
Yes.
the beloved of whom?
Majnoon.
Majnoon. So somebody asked Layla, what are you? No beauty, no prettiness, no eyes, no complexion. Kas to Majnoon as pareshan ho gaye. But Majnoon 24/7, he has become crazy because of you. Otherwise, no beauty is there. As hama khubatu abzun is. You are not that much pretty, as Majnoon is showing. In his junoon and pagalpan, that he has lost his brain because of you. So what she said, Gufta khamosh, chun tu Majnoon hai, keep quiet. Majnoon is not like you. Di de Majnoon agar hudi tura. If you had the eyes of Majnoon, jumla alam be khazar hudi tura. So you were looking for Layla only. So this is the matter of heart. As we say in Pashto language, che khob bistara na wadi, aw zada khaista na wadi. What we say in Pashto? Zada khaista na wadi, aw khob bistara na wadi. When you fall asleep, you don't need a phone. Yes. Ali, where is Ali? Yes. Because when you fall asleep, so you need for any coach or cushion or what is the model and which company that is and the trade name or what. I'm not going to sleep on that and I will be sitting like this because that phone is not available. No, you fall asleep. Khub bistara na wadi. Odra shaista na wadi. Heart, it does not look for someone who is pretty or beautiful. It happens. That's why in Urdu language we say कि इश्क की नहीं जाती हो जाती है. Ishq and love, it happens. It is not done. Yeah, you cannot say that I want to make this one my beloved. No, it happens. You are not going to make anyone your yeah. Suddenly it happened in 1 second or 2 seconds. It hit your heart and then you become crazy. Looking for. So in Urdu language we say कि इश्क की नहीं जाती. That is not a job to be done. ये हो जाती है. It happens accidentally. So that's what he said. बिस्तरा न वाड़ी औजड़ो
शाइस्ता न
So
वाड़ी.
Layla said कि दी दे मजनून अगर बूदी तोरा जुमला आलम बेखजर बूदी. What is love? Love has nothing to do with
Brain.
this part of your body. That is totally
Heart.
the work of that part of your body. And whatever is the work of that part of your body, no compromise. There is no room for any compromise. No gray area is there. No if and buts are there. You will be ready to leave the whole world for that which has been accepted by your heart. And that's what I was referring to. That what was the case with Sahaba, Rizwanullah alayhim ajma'in. Because belief was there in their heart. So they were sacrificing everything or not?
Yes.
Look at a poor man who was a slave. He was from Rome. His name is Suhaib ibn Sinan. His name is what? Suhaib ibn Sinan al-Rumi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Got it? And he was a professional man. Professional in the sense that he was known for his factory of as-suyuf al-Hindiya. As-suyuf al-Hindiya. Now, sword is sword. That is made in Syria or in Iraq or in America. Because that is sword. Yes, but some area are known for the same things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like every country is making Kalashnikov. Yes? But Russia is known for that.
Yeah.
Russia is
Russia is
Known.
known for that. Mikhail Kalashnikov was known for that because from the very beginning it came there from. So the sword, it came from the very beginning from Hind as a tool of war. So that's why it was known for its fame as Saif al-Hindi, that he is making the Hindi Saif and the Hindi sword. So Suhaib bin Sinan, even though he was doing Unani profession and he was making it in Makkah, his factory was there, but still the sword was named as Indian sword. And it was sold for much more price than any other sword. So he was a rich man, he got a lot of money. When he was leaving Medina and Makkah and migrating to Medina, so the people of Makkah, they got together. And they said, you cannot leave Makkah. He said, why? I'm a free man. It's my freedom. You cannot stop. He said, no, we cannot stop you. But all your property and money and whatever you have, you earned it here. You earned it?
Here.
Here, when you are getting deported in one way or the other, self-imposition, or we are forcing you, you have to leave the whole property and the money here. He said, only this dress of mine, I will take it. I am not looking for any money. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He titled him, He certified him in Holy Quran, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَشْرِي نَفْسَهُ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ رَؤُوفٌ بِالْعِبَادِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, look at Suhaib, what a man he is. He bought himself for his own money. Why? Because Iman and love of Muhammad was there in his heart. Got it? So my point was that we have to understand and to know the book of Allah and the Sunnah of Rasulullah in a philosophical way to be satisfied with. Because something which comes close to your aql. Look, only one example in the end. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he was a Muslim or not?
Yes.
He was a role model.
Yes.
He was what?
Role model.
A role model. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أُسْوَةٌ لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ فِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَالَّذِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ibrahim and his followers, they are role model for you. So it means they were perfect Muslim. They were perfect Muslim. But that perfect Muslim, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rabbi arini kayfa tuhyil mawta. Show me how you are giving life to dead. Now, a reservation was coming from the back of subconscious. That maybe he was confused in this belief. So, little bit confusion, if that's in belief, that's not called belief. You can give it any other name, yes, but that is not belief. Belief means that no opposite side is there. No gray area is there. That's what belief means. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only to clean and clear the personality of Ibrahim from any doubt next in future that people will be having reservation about Ibrahim. Qala walam tu'min. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you did not believe? Qala bala. He said, yes, 100% I believe. Walakin liyatma'inna qalbi. But I want to make my aql and my heart satisfied with. Yes, and aql is becoming satisfied with when something is close to its approach. Yes, and we are living in a world of aql. In a world of what?
Aql.
Yes, nowadays people are slaves to what? To their aql. Yes, even though aql is that much. Their aql, but still, yes, it does not come into my aql. You know what I am saying? How much or how big will be the aql of a sparrow? But still, he said, I want to be satisfied through my aql. So Ibrahim said, وَلَكِنْ لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي. And as you know, that when you observe something, it happened, then you are satisfied. You are 100% because you saw it with your own eyes, and that's why we said that ilm, it has 3 stages. Number 1, ilmul yaqeen. Number 2, ainul yaqeen. And number 3, haqqul yaqeen. In modern terminology, we change it to ilmul yaqeen, that is theory. That is what? Theory. And ainul yaqeen, that is observation. And haqqul yaqeen, that is personal experience. Yes? You learned theory, you learned something, but still, got it? When you saw the same thing, you observed it, your level of belief went up and became strong. But when you experienced personally, then there is no room for doubt. For example, somebody told you have never seen it, but somebody told you that fire is a thing which burns things. Fire is such a thing which burns things. Azur Rahman told you, yes, and you know him that he is a truthful man and he is a right man and he does not tell lie. Yes, so you believe, but still maybe it may not be. Something is coming there, but then you saw the fire, that it burned the thing. Still, maybe that's imagination or something is in my eyes, but when you put your own finger there inside and it got burnt, so then there is no room for doubt. So, as a Muslim, our duty is how to bring concepts of deen close to the aql and to the approach of not Muslims only, because Muslims are getting confused, but they are getting confused because of non-Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So that's what philosophy and logic is. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khair.